Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is Twins and Things, where we focus on fitness, creativity, and reaction videos. All right. So I came across this video when I was just scrolling on YouTube. She's a 33-year-old woman with no life, and she gives advice to young ladies. So shout out to her. She hit 1 million views on this. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a view, give it a reaction. Let's do it.
33-year-old woman with no direction in life, and I want to talk about it. I will give you some advice at the end of how to deal with this and cope with no sense of direction. But for now, I kind of just want to tell you my story of how I got here. And it's not long, and it's not that sad, and it's not like, I'm not going to try to make you cry. When I was maybe late teens to my 20s to like college age, I had a vision in my head of what I wanted out of my life, of what my life was going to be like when I reached the age I'm at now. And some of the things I wanted were, okay, of course, I was going to graduate college, which I did, thank God. And then I was going to get married. I got married and then divorced. There's more to that story, but that's for another video. I wanted a big career. I started having a nice, okay career, and then that pummeled. Again, I can talk about that later, but that's how my life has been so up and down that I no longer know what I want, even though I've planned this life since I was really young. And then when I graduated college, I had an internship, which is, again, that's pretty normal. You graduate college, you get an internship. I got a really good internship. When I was in college, I studied video production. I studied basically a very interesting version of journalism. And I didn't know I wanted to be in journalism, but I knew for sure that I didn't want to tell like sad stories. So I didn't really aim to do journalism, but that's what basically my major was. That's what I studied. And I graduated that. I was an okay student, you know.
Come on, sis, give us the tea. We a minute in. I would have clicked off by now if I wasn't doing this. Give us the tea.
And then I was like, okay, this is good. I graduated college. I got an internship. Life is gonna be good. Life is gonna be good. And then I never got jobs. That's when I was around maybe 20.
You starting to waste my time. All this backstory. We 2 minutes in and you're surprised you didn't get a job. This is why you're a woman with no life. You got 2 more minutes.
Major was. That's what I studied. And I graduated that. I was an okay student, you know. I got an internship for digital media coordinator, and that went really well. And then I was like, okay, this is good. I graduated college. I got an internship. Life is gonna be good. Life is gonna be good. And then I never got jobs. That's when I was around maybe 23, 24, 23. I never was able to get a job that made sense with my career, what I wanted. So instead of going into a direction of entertainment news reporter or working at a huge production company or working in some sort of film, movie capacity, working in entertainment or anything like that like I wanted, I never got any of those jobs. So the first 5 years, I graduated in 2015. So the first 5 years after my graduation, it was constantly looking for work and constantly looking for jobs. I never got them.
Sis, you can't look for jobs for 5 years. That's crazy. If you were a man looking for a job for 5 years, you would be homeless. You would be homeless, shamed, disowned, disavowed, kicked to the curb. 5 years looking for a job? I'm doing this too. Right at you. 5 years looking for a job. Now I'm just playing with you. It'd be like that sometimes. Y'all be like that sometimes. It happens. What I will say is though, if you didn't like, were you not working? I just have questions. Were you not like working at all? Or did you find like little menial jobs to at least make money and whatnot? Now we getting somewhere, people.
I I had a few interviews, but I never got jobs. And it just, nobody wanted to hire me. Nobody wanted to give me opportunities. Nobody wanted, I don't know if they thought I was too dumb to do the work. The thing I kept getting was, this is literally what I keep getting today in my 33 years, is you don't have enough experience. You don't know what you're doing, so we can't hire you. But it's like, well, how am I gonna get experience if you don't hire me? And that's still the struggle today, which I will get into later, about the state of...
Wait a minute, you're not working now, ma'am? You're not working now, ma'am?
My jobhood and how I ended up having no direction. That's exactly what it was like when I got out of college. It was constantly, you don't have a job, you don't have enough experience, we can't hire you. No job, nothing I wanted. I applied for, companies like Britco, BuzzFeed, Yahoo, like all their like fun media department jobs. I applied for them, nobody. I applied for video editing jobs, nobody. I went into the direction of getting a job just to live, which is fine. Sometimes you do have to do that. So I ended up getting like retail jobs. I got a customer service job. I got a sales job, like things like that. Even though it wasn't really what I wanted, I still ended up getting those jobs. I stayed in that direction for a while, and those were fine, even though I knew that it wasn't really what I wanted to do. And then at 25, I got married. The marriage did last 5 years, which was great, but unfortunately it didn't work out, and there's the end of that. I may talk about that in another video, but for now, that's where I was at 25. I got married at 25. By the time I was 30, the marriage was over, and then I had to kind of restart my life again. So I ended up moving. Across the state. I was in San Francisco, and then now I moved down to Los Angeles in the middle of COVID. And then last year, literally a year ago, after I was looking and struggling and trying to find work that I really liked, I found a job as a project manager at a tech company, and I was really scared when I first started that job. Something about the job didn't feel right, but I did it anyway. I was really happy. I had everything I needed. I had insurance. I was going somewhere in my life, even though I didn't have a boyfriend or a partner anymore. I was really happy because I was making good money, and I had friends. I was socializing. I was excited, even though I in the back of my head I knew something was wrong. I still kind of just went through my life as best as I could. About a year ago, I got fired, which is how I'm in my position right now, about a year later, is because I got fired from that job, and it was really devastating. And ever since then, I'm back to my college days or early 20s, where I'm having a hard time finding a job. I haven't been able to find...
Hey, I ain't even mad at you. I just got fired. It be like that. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. Things work out, you make a little good money, then all of a sudden, boop, bada boom, you get fired. Hey, it happens. We all gotta move on, though.
A good, full-time, solid benefits, all...
Hey, no cap, you better make YouTube your job. You just hit 1 million views. You better go hard while you're not working. Collect that unemployment.
Those kinds of jobs in the corporate realm. I did get a few contract jobs right after I got fired, but again, they were contract jobs. That means they didn't last. They weren't permanent. They didn't have any benefits. But one job lasted 6 months and another job lasted 2 months, so I was able to kind of cover my bills in that way. It feels like, again, that nobody wants to hire me. It feels like, again, that nobody wants anything to do with me. It feels like, and I'm still getting that same thing. I'm getting the same, like, you're not good enough. You don't have enough experience. We can't hire you. You don't have enough experience. Even though my experience demonstrates everything on my resume, they're still saying I don't have enough experience for the job. So that's how I'm here now. Is I am 33, no job, no family, living off of unemployment. I could barely make ends meet. Thank goodness I don't have any children. I only have my cat to take care of, but I still struggle financially. Again, I'm on unemployment and food stamps. I should make clear that I'm on food stamps right now. I'm not happy because I'm struggling emotionally, mentally. I just can't seem to get my life together. So I'm hoping that trying to create content for YouTube and trying to put my story out there will resonate with some people that are probably feeling the same way I'm feeling. As far as where I'm...
Hey, sis, let me talk to you real quick. We in the same position. I'm about to do what you just did. All right, my life about to be on the internet. We about to get this bag, run up this money.
I'm hoping to, start creating more content on YouTube and making more videos and putting more time towards something that I really want to do versus waiting for companies to tell me that they don't want me or they don't want to hire me and they don't want to work with me and I'm not good enough, Because when I'm doing YouTube, when I'm doing my own content, nobody's going to tell me that. Nobody's going to say to me, hey, you're not good enough, you're fired, you're not good enough, you're not worth it, you're not worth the investment. Nobody's going to tell me that. So I'm really hoping that going on to some sort of video production on YouTube will get me to where I want to go mentally.
If this reaction video reaches you, right? Go on Fiverr, make an account, advertiser services. I will use you. I make anime content. We can work together. We can get this money together. Okay. Yeah, me and you. I feel like I found this video for a reason now, guys. All right. She's my inspiration because she's in the exact same position that I am.
Emotionally, financially, and hopefully something will come out of this. Even if it's just knowing that somebody out there is going through this and knows that they're not alone when it comes to having a very directionless life. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of this. So you might be wondering what I do all day without having any sort of direction. I spend a lot of my days inside the house, which sucks sometimes, but it's really nice to have peace. I do a lot of cooking. I do a lot of cleaning. I shop a lot. I'm always shopping for like groceries or clothes or when I say clothes, I mean more like window shopping. I'm not really out here like buying bags or shoes or things like that. I do more window shopping. The other day I went to Rodeo Drive and that was really fun. Some days I get really lonely, but I power through it by watching TV, reading my books. I look for jobs all day, every day. That also kills time.
Hey sis, come here. YouTube is your new job, okay? Stop looking for jobs. Until they kick you off unemployment, this is your job. Make as much content as possible. This is your little brother talking to you. Make as much content as possible. Put it out there. You just hit 1 million views. All right, let's go viral again. You got it.
I talk to my friends on the phone, things like that. So as far as advice goes for young people, I think that everybody in their life will have a time in their life where they just don't know where they're going and they don't have any control of what life is bringing. I think that's a thing. I think that's possible in every young person or older person's life. When women, when their children leave for college and they're feeling, they're empty nesters. That's something that feels very directionless because you're like, what do I do now that my kids are out of the house? When you get fired and you have to wait for your next gig. As far as advice goes, what I would say is these 3 things. Number 1, have a solid, good support system. Know that there are people in your life that you can go to talk to about anything and everything, no matter what time, no matter what, where you are, you can talk to them. Always have something planned and something to look forward to. Something I did a lot of this year is I went to a lot of shows. I was able to go to a lot of my favorite shows. I saw Beyonce, yes, amazing. So that was something to look forward to. When the Barbie movie came out, I made sure to plan an event with my friends and we had a really good time because again, I was looking forward to that. Okay, so my third and probably...
Yeah, this is to anyone out there going through like the same thing. Life don't end when you get fired. Far from it. Life does not end when you get fired. In fact, it's like a little vacation. Apply for unemployment, get some food stamps, ride out the wave. You're good. They don't end. Make some content.
final advice is knowing that this phase of life is not permanent, and even though it feels permanent, even though it feels very long, I'm assuming that I'm not gonna do this in like 5 years, 5 to 10 years. I may be like this in the next year or two, but knowing that I won't be like this in 5 to 10 years is kind of also what keeps me going. Again, it feels very permanent. It feels like crap. I don't have a direction. I need help. It feels like that, but at the end of the day, I know in my head that it's not, even though my brain is telling me like, girl, what are we doing? If I am here in the next 5 to 10 years, I need to really reevaluate what is happening in my life, because that's gonna be a huge problem. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, please subscribe, like the video, and I'm happy to kind of go into more detail about more stuff and where I am or where I'm going, and I would love to share more. So just make sure to subscribe and follow along with me as I try my best to figure out this life.
You keep making content like this, I got you. We gonna get really close. Okay? You 33, I'm 27. I got you. We gonna get through this together. And we out, y'all. That was a nice video. I hope everyone took something away from this. It's not the end all be all if you lose your job. It's actually far from it. It opens up new doors, more opportunities. I think everyone should be somewhat of a content creator just to get in the swing of doing it. So if you do need something to fall back on, you can always come back to YouTube, or you can always start something else. Get creative. Find your expression. Find your passion. All right, we out of here. Twins and things.